Marble Race fans, to another episode of the Team Decathlon Battle Royale. This week's event is called the Tag Up. This is something a little bit different. It's going to be kind of like a relay, except at the handoff point, each marble is going to continue on. This is a long track at 7.4 kilometers, or 7.4 meters. So as we get snow fighters on the way, we're going to go ahead and explain this real quick. So the marble will advance down the track. He gets about a quarter of the way down the track. He'll tag up with another marble. They will continue on down the track. As we see at this moment, we have two marbles going down. At the halfway point, they'll tag up with the third marble. We will see a halfway point score that has absolutely nothing to do with the overall score. At the three-quarter point, they'll tag up with the fourth marble. They'll advance down the course one more time. When they hit the finish line, the last marble to cross, which is the first marble, and in this case we have a 35-30. When that last marble crosses the line, they will set the timer for the entire group. So the timer is based upon, or the score is based upon the time of the initial marble. In the event that there is a deadlock tie after all four marbles have crossed, the utilization of a tiebreaker will go into effect, which will be the time differential between the first marble to cross the finish line and the last marble to cross the finish line. So with all the rules having been explained, let's tone in now with the Cheesy Cheetahs. They're now 3 marbles in. They're coming down through the track. They just tagged up with that fourth marble. So remember, Snow Fighters had a 35-30. And the Cheetahs are going to end up with a 36-14. So we're seeing times that are running between 35 and 36. So any team that ends up in that time zone should be holding a pretty good score. Arctic Storm, they're off running. Coming around that first bend on the far end. Second bend. Looks like he's picking up a little bit of speed. He tags the second marble. They look as though they're slowing down here, coming down to the fourth bend. Hit the tag up on the third one. The trail marble seems to have fallen a little bit behind. Now he's almost a half track length behind. 4 marbles down. It looks like they're regrouping up, coming down the final stretch. That must have been their strategy, because 34-55 puts them in first place. They did a 2x2 after that last tag off, worked with each other to close up that gap and finished in a nice little tight group. Now we have Winter Wonderland, the Vampire Division's leading marble at the moment. Hits that first tag up. They got a little bit of distance between that first and second marble, but we've seen in the past that they're able to regroup that. Third marble tag off. All 3 of them seem to be running in unison with each other. Now they're coming down, get ready for that fourth marble. Tag is up. The first 3 are off and running. The last one is starting to make that catch up. Here they come across the line, 35-31. It's good enough to put them in third place by 1 second. And there's our standings after the vampire run. Cheesy Cheetahs is going to pack up their bags and go home. To make it this far in the competition, that's not a bad statement, with 4 teams remaining in each division. Getting down to the point where we're going to be starting to look at who's going to make that final cut to go on to the final championship. So while we're watching this, we get the 2 river rapids coming down here. Let's go ahead and explain the format for the championship. We have 3 events remaining to include today. So we have 2 events. Actually, no, let me take that back. We do have 3 events remaining. After today, there will be 3 marbles in each division. There will be 2 more division competitions. That will eliminate us down to 1 marble per division. The last week is going to be, the last division week is going to be an exciting one because it will be a winner take all. Points no longer matter at that point. We had the two marbles running side by side, coming down, getting ready for that third tag up. If you notice in the background, there's our mascot having a field day playing around. So today you get bonus the entertainment. 3 marbles ahead, 1 far behind, coming down through the corners. They ran a 3-1 formation across the finish line with a 35-53. Desert Oasis is going to take the second currently with 2 runners left to go. But going back to what we were saying about how the final is going to work out, after 1 marble is remaining in each division, those 4 marbles will come together in a one event, winner takes all event, and that marble will be crowned the Team Decathlon Battle Royale winner. Now we have Ocean Depths running a 2-1 formation. They're starting to break up a little bit, but the front two close it up. Back one is for quite a ways behind, but with the tag up, it should match up to a 2-2 formation coming down. Let's see if they can close up the gap. They do not. At 36-52, that will put them in third within their division. And Seaweed Speeders, current runner leaders inside of the Werewolf division, they're off and running. So division leader is not really that big of an important in this event. It's more about holding those points, because as we said, as we get down to the final 2, 3, yes, the points become more and more so important, but it's more about being competitive in that event. If you can sit there and win an event, remember, you get that winner exemption, and you can still manage to stay within the overall competition. Seaweed Speeders came across in a 1-3 formation with a 36-36, good enough for third place. Let's see how the standings look. Sadly, Desert Oasis did not have enough in order to clinch another week by, and Desert Oasis is going home. But now, this particular episode, we're going to have some halftime entertainment. Just sit back and watch and enjoy 1 minute of our mascot having a field day. We will give our mascot credit. During all this playing around, she manages to continue to avoid the track. She understands the importance of not disrupting that track. We do not wish to have any issues with the track, which is going to create concerns later on where people feel that earlier teams may have had an advantage or a disadvantage. And as the minute winds down, let's give it up for our mascot, Thea. She gives a quick look to the camera. And now back to the games. Zombie Division, Volcanic Rock, currently sitting bottom of their division. They would like to sit there and make a turnaround like to get in that top 3 within division. Can they do it? He's off and running. Looks like he's holding a pretty good pace. He does the tag up. Coming down, they're holding pretty good formation. Just a hair difference, but it looked like they closed it up coming down that back stretch. They did. Second handoff, they're at an 18:30. That's not a great time. Going down that back stretch, getting ready for the fourth handoff. They are in a very tight formation. Let's see if they can make that work to their advantage. 35-23, so they did manage to do a turnaround there. They did a 17-10 on the second leg. Blueberry Racers. Off he's rolling. Looks Looks like he's holding a decent pace coming around through the second bend. Does the tag up on the far end. They're holding in a really tight formation, 1 and 2 coming down. But how does the handoff happen? Good handoff. Third marble is a little behind. Let's see if he can catch back up. But 1 and 2 are starting to spread out a little. We've noticed that doesn't always work out. Now we have a 2x2 formation. And they're going to come across the final with 36-32, running a 2x2. You see that with a .16 differential. Currently second with 2 runners remaining. Cloudy skies. First marble is off. Hits that first bend. He's got a good pace coming down. Second bend. Getting ready for the tag off. There's the tag off. Let's see how it looks. There's a little bit of distance, probably about 9 centimeters between the two. They're closing it up as they hit that third. Now they're running 1, 2, 3. Holding a good tight formation. Coming down, here comes the fourth tap up. They're slowing down, but they're running 1, 2, 3, 4, so they got a good tight formation, but they're slow. But they come across with a 34-20. I think that might be the record. They had a 16:39 on that first leg of that. And that really assisted with them getting the fast time that they did. Now we have Cafe Mocha leading in their division. They can kind of hold it back a little bit, but you don't want to hold it back too much. Here comes the 2 marbles getting ready for the third handoff. They're at 17:56. It's kind of a slow speed. Can they pick it up? Coming down, there's the fourth handoff. 1 full lap remaining. 30 seconds. Get ready to hit the finish line. Tight formation of 1, 2, 3, 4. Time is a 35:30. Let's see how they rate. They're in third place in their division. Who's going to get eliminated? Volcanic Rock is going home. Cloudy Skies is now in the lead. Last division of the day, Ghost Division. Autumn Avengers is leading. Whirlwinds are at the bottom. Whirlwinds really need to win here. They are significantly behind everybody else. The only way they're going to remain in is to get the winner's advantage. Let's see if they can do it. Here goes the first handoff. The first tap off is done. They're holding. They're starting to fall back. They're about 18 centimeters apart coming across. Here comes the second tap off. Second tap off helps close it up a little. They're now running a 1, 2, 3, 4 1, 2, 3 formation. That will probably definitely help them. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tap off. But the fourth marble is starting to fall back behind. Let's see if he can close it up. He does not, but he comes across with a 35-20. Next up is the Man of Steel. Man of Steel, currently third in division. He is a little bit behind the first 2 leaders, but he's not outside of the striking distance. A win here will definitely help his cause out. Can he close up that gap? Even a second place finish would help him out considerably. But after the first tap off, they have about a 20 centimeter difference between the two. They're starting to close it up a little. Third tap off happens. By that far end, they're 1, 2, 3, 4. That's definitely going to help out their time a little bit. Now they're down at the back. After that that last tap off, they're running a 3-1 formation. Can they close it up? They do not. They're kind of spread it out at 37-17. But let's see how that pans out with Dark Knight and Autumn Avengers still remaining. So the Dark Knights are up. And off they go. Our sideshow entertainment continues playing off down there in the far corner, so as I said, today you get double the entertainment value. Dark Knights are running about 9 centimeters apart coming around. Here comes the tap off point. Let's see how they could turn out. 18-18. It's not a great time. You're looking at about 36.5. But they are holding a very tight formation of a 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming across the finish line, 35:46. So they did pick up the speed a little bit down the second half of this. They will be good enough for a second place finish for them. Autumn Avengers is all that remains. Autumn Avengers gets a good run here. They can clinch themselves a first place in this event. Without it, Whirlwinds is going home. But let's see how they do. They're running a very tight 1-2 formation after the first tag up. They're coming around. Here comes the second tag up. Halfway point 18:46. That is not going to be good at all for Autumn Avengers. It's great news for Whirlwinds. After the third tap off, they're running a 3-1 formation, coming across the finish line, 36:46. That is excellent news for the Whirlwinds. Winning this, they get the bye for the week. They get to stay around for one more week. That means one thing and one thing only. Man of Steel, you're going home. So, after this week's event, we have 3 marbles remaining in each group. This is Terry from T&D Entertainment. We hope that you enjoyed this video. Come back in 2 weeks for the next edition of the Battle Royale. And remember that marbles have feelings too, so treat each marble with respect. Thank you, and have a great day.